Hello, good morning, students. This is French class for 12th standard. We have seen the present tense in the last class. Now we are going to go through the past tense, how to make the past tense, how to form the past tense before going to the lessons, because present tense and past tense is very important for the lessons. We have to know how to form the present tense conjugations and past tense forms of the verbs. First lesson is full of past tense, so be clear how to make the past tense. Now here, passé composé, past tense, you have already studied in the 11th standard 7th and 8th lesson. In that lessons we have learned the past tense. Passé composé is a compound conjugation, which means it has three parts: subject, verb, second present tense of auxiliary verb, then third part past participle of the main verb. Three parts you have in the past tense formation, past tense for compound conjugation. A look at the sentence structure. I told you three parts are there for the past tense. First one, subject. Next one, auxiliary verb. Third, past participle of the main verb. You know what is subject? Six pronoun suje's are there. You have to use any one in the subject place. Auxiliary verb, yeah, there is two auxiliary verbs are there, avoir and etcher. You have to be thorough with the avoir and etcher conjugation in present tense form. You have to be third part, past participle. Third here, past participle of the main verb you have to place in this third part. This is the sentence structure of the past tense. Auxiliary verb, just now I told you, avoir and etcher, two verbs are there. For all the verbs blindly, auxiliary verb is avoir. Only for 16 verbs, the verbs given in the 11th standard last lesson list, for those verbs, auxiliary verb is etcher. For remaining all verbs, auxiliary verb is avoir. What are the 14 verbs to easily identify? What are the main verbs? How to select auxiliary verb? That depends upon the main verb. What are the main verbs? For that verb, auxiliary verb is etcher. If the main verbs in the third place tells about the action, movement of the subject from one place to another, then the auxiliary verb is etcher. If the main in the third part main verb, if the verb tells about the movement of subject from one place to another, then the auxiliary verb is ether. And also if the pronominal verbs comes there, if you are using the pronominal verbs, auxiliary verb is ether. For remaining all the verbs, auxiliary verb is avoir. Now we come to the third part. Here the third part is past participle. Past participle of any verb. There is two ways to do the past participle: regular, irregular. Two ways to do the past participle. Now let us see where is the notes here. Look at here. When the auxiliary verb is ether, the past participle must agree with the subject. In the second place, if the auxiliary verb is ether, third part past participle should agree with the subject. That is the point here given here. If the auxiliary verb is ether comes in the second place, then the third place past participle will agrees with the subject which is in the first place. Now what is the second point? When the auxiliary verb is avoir, the past participle may have to agree with its direct object. If here auxiliary verb is avoir, normally the past participle will agree with the direct object only, not the subject. Clear? Now, auxiliary verb, two ways is there, avoir and ether. Two verbs are there, avoir and ether. For all the verbs, avoir is the auxiliary verb. Only for 17 verbs, the list is given in the first lesson, 12th standard first lesson, and also in the 11th standard last lesson, 8th lesson. The list for those are the verbs for auxiliary verb is ether. What is the how we can identify? The verbs express motion, change of place, state or condition, and the reflexive verbs. For that verbs only, auxiliary verb is ether. Remaining all verbs, auxiliary verb is avoir. This is past tense. Be clear with the past tense to have a clear picture of the lessons. You have to memorize the sentence structure and what are the ways to make any verb in past tense. Now I told you two ways to derive the past participle of the verb. What are the two ways? Two ways to derive the past participle here, regular and irregular. Regular. How to derive the past participle? Just change the ending of the verbs. If it is er verb, replace er by e accent. If it is ir verb, replace ir by I. If it is re verb, replace re by u. This is the method to derive the past participle of the regular verbs only. All the past participle, all or most of the verbs are regular verbs. Only few verbs are irregular. Most or majority of the verbs are regular. You have to change the endings to get the past participle. Few verbs are irregular. Memorize those past participle of those verbs. Memorize few past participle of those verbs. There is no other way. Here you can derive by changing the endings. Here you have to just memorize. Example: bore, b-o-i-r-e, bore verb, re verb, past participle is bu, pouvoir, pu. Like that, few more verbs are there which are used in your lessons. Now let us see the example for the regular verbs. How to write this verb in past tense. Example: parler verb, P-A-R-L-E-R, verb. This is a regular verb. Meaning of this verb is to speak. Past participle of this verb. This is a regular verb. How to get the past participle? verb. So replace by e accent. That's all. Parler verb. Past participle of the parler verb. Replace by e accent. Now I put this verb in past tense. Just now I told you how to put any verb in past tense. You have to put it in this formation: subject, then auxiliary verb, then past participle, like that. Parler verb, this is the main verb. So what is the procedure? First you have to write the subject, then you have to write the auxiliary verb, then you have to write the past participle. Now example: write the subject, first person, J, J apostrophe. Next, what will come? You have to write the auxiliary verb. For what is the main verb? Parler verb. For parler verb, what is the auxiliary verb? Two verbs are there. Etcher and over. Parler verb. For that, auxiliary verb is avoir, not etcher. So, what is the avoir conjugation for the first person, present tense? You have to use the avoir conjugation in present tense. What is the avoir conjugation for the first person? ai, she. Next, what is the third part of the sentence structure? Now you wrote subject is there. Now you wrote the verb in the second verb conjugation in the second part. Third part, past participle. Past participle of the parler verb. What it is? Here I have written here. How to make the past participle? The method is here. Past participle, replace er by e accent. That's all. Write it. Je parle. I have spoken. I spoke. Translation is: I have spoken, I spoke. Present tense means to speak. Now we are learning the past tense. Subject, auxiliary verb, past participle. Next person, chew. Second person, what is the auxiliary verb? Our verb. What is the our verb conjugation? As. Past participle, same only. Here written here, write it. Same. To a parle, you have spoken, you spoke. Third person, il. Auxiliary verb, third person, our verb conjugation, a. Past participle, pal. Il a pal. He or she spoke. Now, first person plural. Nous avons. Subject is nous. Our verb conjugation avons. Avons. Past participle same only. Parle accent. Nous avons parlé. We spoke. Now, second person plural. Vous. Avz. Our verb conjugation for the second person plural. Vous. Avz. Then past participle. Parle accent. Vous avez parlé. You spoke. Il, last person, third person plural, second, third person plural, il, verb conjugation, ont. Now, past participle of the parler verb is same only, prle accent. This is the formation of the past tense of the parler verb. Parler verb is the main verb, past tense formation of the parler verb. Next, we are going to see the prendre verb. Prendre verb meaning to take. This is a irregular verb. This is an irregular verb. Prendre verb, past participle of prendre verb is P-R-I-S. Irregular, I told you, no other way. You have to just memorize the past participles like that. Example, PRIS is the past participle of the pronouns verb. Now, what is the how to write it in past tense? Write the subject. Example, first person JI. Next, what should come? Auxiliary verb. What is the main verb? Pronouns verb. For pronouns verb, what is the auxiliary verb? Two verbs are there, awar and ether. Here, for pronouns verb, auxiliary verb is awar. So you have to write AI. J apostrophe AI. J. Then, in the third place, what comes? Past participle. What is the past participle of the pronouns verb? PRIS. Jeffrey, I took, have taken. Next, two. Second person, auxiliary verb is, past participle pre, you took. Third person, il, el. Auxiliary verb is avoir. Third person conjugation a. Now the past participle pre, pris. Il a pris, il, elle a pris, he or she took. Took. Nous avons pris. Subject is nous, auxiliary verb is avons, past participle is pre. For all the different persons, past participle will not change. It will be constant for all the different subject for different persons. Vous avez pris. You took. Last person, ils ont pris. They took. Here, look at here. Subject is changing, auxiliary verb is changing according to the subject, and the past participle remains constant. If the auxiliary verb is above, past participle will not change. It will be constant for all the persons. Here also, past participle will be remains constant for all the persons. Only the subject and auxiliary verb are changing. Now let us see the example. Here the auxiliary verb is our, both auxiliary verb is our. Now we are going to see the main verb. For that auxiliary verb is yetzer. We are going to see the verb. For that auxiliary verb is yetzer. What are the verbs that will conjugate with yetzer or auxiliary verb? I told you. For 17 verbs, those verbs which show the movement of the subject from one place to another, auxiliary verb is yetzer. So, what verb we have selected here? Aller verb. For aller verb, what is the meaning? To go. So, the subject is moving from one place to another place. So, the auxiliary verb is yetzer. Now, let us see the past participle. Past participle of the aller verb, A-L-L-E accent. Regular verb, replace ER by E accent. That's all. Now, let us see the formation of the past tense of the aller verb. Now, what you have to write? First, je. Next, what should come? Auxiliary verb. Here, for this verb, aller is the main verb. So, for aller verb, auxiliary verb is yetzer, not a verb. So, what is the yetzer verb conjugation for the first person? suis. Je suis. Now, in the third part, what will come? Past participle. What is the past participle of the aller verb? It's given here. Form. How to form it? It's given here. Write it. Je suis allé. I went. Present tense means to go. Past tense means je suis allé means I went. Now, the second person. Tu es allé. Now, the second person. Tu. What is the auxiliary verb? Etcher verb. What is the etcher verb conjugation for the second person? Es. To a. What is the past participle of the aller verb? A-L-L-E accent. You went. Here, je suis allé, I went. To a, allé, you went. And third person, il. Il. What is the auxiliary verb? Etcher verb. Third person conjugation present tense etcher verb est. Il a. Now the past participle A-L-L-E accent. He went. Now here you have written the third person in the same line. Il, L, both you have written in the same line because the past participle is constant for both the subjects. The third person is constant for third person singular and third person plural. But here the past participle is not constant for the masculine and feminine. Here you have to follow one rule. What is the rule? If the auxiliary verb is yetzer, the past participle will agree with the subject in number and gender. You have already seen this rule in last year itself. If the auxiliary verb is yetzer, the past participle will agree with the subject. In number and gender. Here I have written the rule. If the auxiliary verb is the past participle must agree. That means the past participle will agree with the subject in number. Number means singular plural. Gender means masculine, feminine. Here the subject is masculine or feminine. We are not clear. We are not sure. So the past participle will not change. Here Past participle, we don't know it is masculine or feminine, so we have not changed it. We have kept as it is. Here, it's clearly given ill. So the subject is masculine, so the past participle will not change. Here, if it is first person J, if it is talked by a woman, you have to add E to the past participle. Otherwise, not necessary. Here, clearly the subject third person singular ELLE, subject is femina. Now, the auxiliary verb third person EST. Now, what is the past participle written here? ALLE axon. Then add one E because of the agreement. What is the agreement? Past participle will agree with the subject. What is the subject? ELLE, third person singular femina. So add one E to the past participle. This is the agreement you have to follow. Now, first person plural new. What is the verb conjugation? SOMMES. Now, past participle ALLE accent. Then add one S because of the agreement. Why? The subject is plural. We, new. Subject is plural. We. So add one S to the past participle. Now, the second person plural. Woo. POUS. Uzet. Verb conjugation for woo, ETS, E circumflex, ETS, uzet, past participle, ALLE accent, then the agreement of the subject, S. Here the subject is plural, so add one S to the past participle. Now, the masculine plural subject, ILS. Auxiliary verb SONT, past participle ALLE accent and add one S because of the subject is plural, masculine plural, add one S. Now I have written the last person plural separately. How I have written here masculine and feminine separately. Similarly, I have written the plural form third person also separately because here the subject is masculine plural, here the subject is feminine plural. Past participle will change because of the subject. Here the subject is feminine plural. Auxiliary verb is same only. That will not change. For last person ether verb conjugation SONT present tense. Write it. Now the past participle of the allay verb given here. Write it. Then add one E and one S because here the subject is femina plural. Add one E and S. That's all the formation of the past tense of the verbs. Parley verb, prans verb, ether verb. Here, these two verbs are example for the avoir verb as auxiliary verb. Here, the auxiliary verb is ether example. Then the rules how to form the past participle and the agreement you have to follow here for this past participles. Now we've seen the two verbs examples. Here a few more verbs as examples. How what is the formation of the past tense? Subject, auxiliary verb, past participle. Here er verb, danse verb. Danse er verb means to dance. Regular verb, put the past participle. Auxiliary verb for this verb danse verb to for is avoir. So subject avoir verb conjugation past participle. Now répondre re verb. This is also regular verb. How to do the regular verb conjugation? Past participle replace re by you. Répondu. Now, what is the formation of the past tense? Subject, auxiliary verb, past participle. Like that I have written. Here, partir verb. Here, partir means to leave, to depart from one place to another place. So, the auxiliary verb, the subject is moving from one place to another place. So, the auxiliary verb is ether. Here, you have to use the ether verb conjugation in the auxiliary verb. Then, the past participle will agree with the subject. I shown the examples. Here the past participle no need to agree with the subject because the auxiliary verb is avoir. Here the auxiliary verb is ether. Past participle will agree with the subject. Just now we have seen the allay verb forming. Allay verb for a verb in past tense. In the same manner we have to do this in past tense.